Hey and welcome to the G-Loot Office Championship 7. My name is Joe Awesome, and with me I got my lovely co-host and co-commentator, professional PUBG knowledge guru, Toby.
Hello, and how are you doing?
All good, and you?
I'm good. I'm just glad to be back for my second time. I looked down, I was like, maybe this is G-Loot tournament 3, 4,
Yeah.
I looked like 7? What? Because I remember I did number 1 or number 2
Yeah, exactly.
for PUBG, and there's been so much since then.
Yeah, you're not only looking down on that, you're looking down on me, because you're so tall.
What do you mean? We're the same height.
Same height, yeah. Yeah, so we have 16 teams here today from the office. They're spread out with their skill level, so we're trying to mix mash a bit to put the less experienced player with the more experienced one. So 16 teams, they made creative logos. We got a glimpse of it in the bumper.
Yes.
So what do you think about them?
They were, I mean, I'm the guy that likes to do things myself, but when it comes to logos and that stuff, I leave it to the professionals. But I think it's great to see that these guys, some of them have clearly left it to the professionals, because there were some very, very good ones. Yeah. And there were some where you go, I wonder if they made that in paint in like 2 minutes before they had to do it, but it looked good. I like it.
Yeah, so some of the teams have designers in them. That's probably why.
Yeah,
while others have like more people who maybe not are familiar with Photoshop.
Yeah, exactly.
So they go back to paint or whatever people use nowadays. So we can actually look at the teams.
Yeah, let's go.
So let's see the teams that are going to be playing today. And that's going to be... Yeah, I'll let you take it away and judge your logo while you're at it.
Judge the logos. Okay, so the mean chickpeas. I like that one with the little Doge dog in there. The G drop. Oh, that's a nice one with the parachuting guy. I like that one. Some paint skills in there as well. Do you have any favorites?
Yeah, so I like the G drop one made by Felix or Esports
That is
designer.
very, very nice. I like
and
that one.
There's some more creative ones as Cash Money. But to go through the teams, we have Team 1, Team CIS, which actually consists of 3 people speaking Russian.
And then there's a 4th person that doesn't understand anything.
And then we have Pawn Stars, a team that consists of only French people. So Tara, who made the teams, were a bit creative in making them.
I like
Spreading
that.
out, having some niche things. Yeah, then we have G-Drop, Wilda's Army, Mirenhard, Saints and Goen. You can see them all here, and we can actually see the arena as well, if we want to see how it looks for the players playing. So
look at that. They're all there with the names and everything. They're ready.
Yeah.
They seem ready for it.
Yeah, we've taken up the G-Loot Office Championship a lot since you did it.
By a long shot, yes, for sure.
And we'll see who's gonna come out strong and how they've been planning the drop. They have no knowledge prior to this.
That is true. No scrims, no professional practice prior, no?
Yeah, so we'll see the drop phase might be more intense compared to professional play.
It could be.
Yeah, over the last 4 weeks or so, the gaming community have been completely booked all lunches and after work for people to practice. So people have dedicated a lot of time.
So they have already been preparing for it. So it's not just a for fun tournament. There's a lot of pride and because these guys, they're working. I mean, you're with them too. Yeah, working together every single day. You gotta be coming into the office a little fresher, a little happier when you come in with the win from the most recent tournament. Do they get crowns to wear at work until the next tournament?
So how we do is that we have a trophy where you get your name engraved. So I won edition number 4, and as we're jumping into game, we're gonna find out who's gonna be engraved forever into the office championship trophy and the pride and bragging rights that goes with it.
Exactly, that's going to be the most important thing. One thing is you get a prize, but the bragging rights, that must be. That has got to be some of the most important in a office setting like that, where you get to brag literally every single day at work.
Yeah, so the bragging rights is actually the more important things, and usually people who win this keep their trophy around their desk.
Where they're sitting, obviously.
Yeah,
of course.
Rotating around, so we have some teams with winners who've played many times before, and then we have some people who are doing the first time in the G-Loot Office Championship.
Are there anyone who has never played PUBG before?
Besides practicing, yes. So
there's
4 weeks ago, they've never touched PUBG. There may be 30 people here.
That's going to be good. For example, the person who's landing in the middle of the field.
Yeah. So people have been asking me about strategy for this and how they should land, and I gave some pointers here and there.
Should I be scared then?
Yeah.
Knowing your skills? I mean, is that because they also the video of you killing Simon and then like, oh, he must be the man who knows everything, and then they all come to you?
Yeah, that video is circulating around on the internet a lot, and we can see some teams will have a more defined strategy, while some teams will, to put it nicely, be less experienced, and maybe not as coordinated.
They'll freestyle it a little. I mean, that can be a good strategy too. Sometimes you get too coordinated. Sometimes it becomes really difficult. But let's see, GPay. That's some whiffed shots. You had 30 of them. You only hit one. Let's see if you can connect the other 30. Oh, he's just gonna chase. He realized I cannot shoot from a distance, but no! GPay takes down Gplay, and that's gonna be a casualty for Team 1 very early.
GPay, aka Jesper, starting off things by eliminating one of the players. And you can see, they're returning the favor directly.
Yep. Revenge.
So trading, and unlike professional tournaments, it's all about the win here.
Obviously, yeah, for sure.
So there's no points, doesn't matter how many kills, it's all about that chicken dinner because it's a best of one match.
So theoretically, I mean, of course, it's also kind of cool to be able to go out and say, we might not have won the game, but we did get like 200 kills. So theoretically, the idea would be to just stay far away from everyone and wait until late in the game to do anything. But now, as you can see here with Mr. 16, he is 1v2 with a mini against what looks to be an AK upstairs. I would not go up these stairs if I was him.
Yeah, so some of the teams are more experienced and some has used accounts from the and we actually have Johan Fröber going bananas with his Mini 19, so starting off good for Team Matinos.
Wow. They were waiting. They were ready and waiting with 2 AKs, and he just slowly and it was like full-on SWAT breach of a building, you know? He just went up and he just picked them out. They weren't ready for it at all.
Yeah, so elements. Yeah, so element of surprise there, and leading up to this, we actually use some trash talk videos with some of the players. So we have our lovely designer Felix, aka Lithan, with a little message to the other teams. So let's check it out.
It's gonna be me finding the best guns, and I'm gonna provide those guns to 2 of my teammates because they're better shooters than I am. I'm looking forward to wipe out basically every team that has a member from our department out of pure spite. We're the best team because we have a superior tactic.
Felix just said that he wanted to wipe out everyone in his department. Who is Felix in game? Do we know that?
Yeah, so Felix is in the eSport department. His nickname will be probably the one we're following actually, Dealet Office 2. So he's borrowing an account for this. Probably forgot his password or something, so we're following him here, and we'll see if he's going to provide the weapons for his teammates or how we will go about doing this.
That's what he said he would do.
We'll see if he's going to talk the talk or walk the walk as well.
Yeah, exactly, right. That's what I was curious to see. Maybe if we got the interview with one of the guys who just got killed there, 2v1, that would have been a little embarrassing if they were all going, yeah, we're going to win this, and we're going to win this, and then that didn't happen. But I like this idea, because now you said as well, kills technically don't really matter. It's all about winning the game. And what these guys do here, 4 guys together, it might take a little longer to get your weapons and everything, but you're all together at all time getting ready for that fight to come. And I think that's actually not that bad idea.
Yeah, so it's also about, you can win in many ways in this way. You can kill your colleagues, have the bragging rights internally.
That's a win itself.
So if you have 10 kills in a team, you have basically 10 people to bully.
Yeah.
For the next one until the next block. So
and how often are the tournaments?
We try to have it every 2 or 3 months in different games.
That's 2 to 3 months of bragging rights every day.
Yeah.
That's an award itself. That is a good award.
Yeah, so here's the most interesting team we have, actually Team CIS.
Oh yeah.
They have 4 Russian-speaking people in that team. So we'll see if that gives them an advantage. We usually say GLL, always a CIS team always wins. So if that's the case here. If that's going to be the case later as well when they go into the quote-unquote real tournament.
So you pretty much just gave them a free win by making a CIS team. That was like, guys, you want to win a tournament because you're going to. It's written in the GLL rules that the CIS teams have to win.
Yeah, so that's Tara, the team matchmaker there.
How much did they pay you?
Yeah, I don't know what they paid Tara, but they clearly have the advantage going in. Here we have Maria, our regional esport manager from CS region, together with Trid, esport coordinator for CS as well. So they're very close in the day-to-day work. and they're also joined by Sigrid, who actually is not from Russia but can still speak Russian.
Is she practicing her movement? It seems like jumping around from side to side, vaulting over some walls. I can't really tell. Like, it's very rare, actually, when you think... I would like to see a statistic on it, but I don't think you could. Maybe with something like the Tobii Eye Tracker, you could do it. Oh, let's hold that thought for a second. See here if no, they did it over a weekend. They realized something was wrong. And also, Cash Money, if G-Loot 5 had been pushed there with a vehicle, we can tell him or her that they forgot to reload their weapon.
Yeah,
so they would not have been ready for a fight.
So Team Cash Money, obviously they're rich, so we'll see if they're rich on loot as well.
Who is G-Loot 5? Do we know?
G-Loot 5, I'll double check that, and that's actually Glenn, who works on our G-Loot client with our lifecycle management, meaning the challenges we have there.
So now he did really.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Glenn.
So he's a bit of a gamer, but more catered toward Teamfight Tactics.
Okay.
Rather than raw shooters.
Yeah.
In his team, you also have Hande as well, which is our Turkish community manager. And she's obviously knowledgeable about the game, more Overwatch player.
Sharing the doodle.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of different gaming backgrounds within these teams.
Yeah, so and our entire company is based full of gamers. Some more hardcore and some more casual than others.
But that's great though, because I mean, these different people, obviously, I mean, they work, like they have different job descriptions at G-Loot, and B, they have their different gaming backgrounds. So even though we say, yes, Teamfight Tactics has nothing to do with a game like PUBG, which on paper it wouldn't have, but when you then go, but there are some strategic elements, there's some, even though PUBG isn't turn-based, there's still some, we might not want to do this right now, we might want to save it till later. So if you combine all those different things that these players can contribute with, who knows, maybe it'll make a good overall team for these guys.
Yeah. So team,
there's a lot of standing still, I feel like. Is that because you think it's because they communicate so much? Like they talk so much, and then it can be difficult to both move around and try and talk at the same time. So maybe they're just like, stop for a second, guys. We need to brief real quick. There's a briefing going on in conference room 4.
So depending on how much they played, they're more comfortable moving around. If they're in the circle and they have some gear, why should they move? That's the more... less experienced logic, while you can always improve your position, look for rotations. But it's a difference. You don't want points, you want to win.
Yes, exactly.
So it's about keeping that 4 squad solid until it's only one team.
Until the very end, exactly.
Yeah. So that's how you optimize how you can win that last battle in that sense.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can answer, maybe the production team or the observers can. Is this in first person or in third person?
First person.
It is first person. Okay, because there was some movement where, like, for example, here, where you're proned up by the wall and stuff, which you would see a lot of in third person because they can look around the corners, they can look over the walls. I was just curious because I saw both these players prone right next to the walls. I'm not sure exactly why they're doing this, but because I think they've realized... nope, Drit's gone. He's safe.
Yeah,
but now,
now
this is not a good position anymore because look at how exposed they are.
Yeah, so again, we have people who maybe not have played as much before. So this is not your normal pro game in that sense, but as long as they can't see you, you can't see them. That is a logic that you have as a child.
That's both the good thing and the bad thing, but that only, like speaking of third person and first person, that only represents first-person gaming. Because as soon as you go to third person, you go, hey, I can't see anyone. Then there's a guy behind the tree, and he can see you all the time. And that's why I was asking, because it does change how people how they play. You can see, for example, here what Sandra is doing is great. It's doing really, like, moving around all the time to make sure that you never... Like, so if someone is just anywhere decent with the sniper at a distance and you're standing completely still, especially in the open like that, that can get you... Are people dying to the blue?
Yeah, so there's...
they forgot to move to the circle.
Not only are there enemies in the game, there's also a blue circle there.
And maybe they didn't know about
that again about the different level, skill level here is...
Where did they die, though?
I think it was military base.
On military,
Team
maybe?
Pawn starts the French communicating team.
Yeah, they took the boat over, which made sense, and now, they don't have the loot.
Yeah.
They do not have loot for this.
And that was a military base team as well, so...
That's not good. This is what you want to do. Maybe not with 4 in 1 car, because that can be dangerous for multiple reasons. We don't have to go into them right now. But this is what you want to do. Get yourself some vehicles so that when that circle shows and it's far away, especially, for example, like with the military, when you're landed far away from everything, that you can move a little faster. Because if you expect to be able to run the entire map, you will most likely die to that blue circle at some point.
Yeah, so you want to keep moving and keep improving your position, especially here in this environment when people are more careful about how they go about things and more, maybe not as prone to moving around. So if you are the proactive team, you can constantly improve your position.
True.
Yeah, like this team as well. They're moving around, making sure that they improve their position by the minute, so to say.
Something tells me they have some experienced players within their lineup, don't they?
There are some favorite teams in this tournament.
Who's your, let's say, top three? Who's your top three?
I would actually go with the team Pug B, which is the
Felix's team,
And they also have Anton and Handu who are dedicated. So they have 3 people who played FPS games a lot.
That helps.
Yeah, and they have some who has played PUBG, but they're FPS gamers, and that helps in those fights.
For sure.
Yeah. And they have Glenn as well, who's he's a gamer, so I don't know his FPS background experience. And now I think the tournament is going to start for real. So who's going to be the first team out? Scary. That's also important. You don't want to be the first team out.
Oh yeah. That's even worse. That's reverse bragging rights.
Yeah,
that's whenever you come to work, everyone just goes laughing. Losers.
Yeah. So you don't want to you don't want to be the first team out. For sure. Just to sit there and be humiliated for 20 minutes, but also the constant bragging rights from the other teams.
We might get to lose some players. I like how slow they're doing this.
Yeah.
Mr. G-Loot21 is, as you can see, even proning now, does not want to give away his position. Only issue is, of course, they did come up here with a vehicle. So I'm assuming that Pug B is well aware that their opponent's nearby.
Yeah, so when it comes to G-Loot21, that's actually a team who's played a lot of PUBG Mobile, but not PUBG. So they have actually pretty good strategy. I talked to them beforehand.
Yeah.
And their strategy is more about being this slowly moving in, as you see.
Yeah.
Without losing your team. As we'll see if he manages to survive here. 21, that would be, again, their in-game leader, Tim. So they don't want to lose him and the shot call in that sense. So we'll see if they give him up. The circle is moving.
Yeah, I was just going to say the circle is already moving in. There's only 5 bandits on 22. This is going to be tough, because even if they do get him back up on his feet, he will need to start healing instantly. And if he doesn't have the meds to do that, it's going to be death. Now we see, CIS there starting to get some kills as well. Circle did shift further south, and we saw how the river pretty much goes straight through the middle of it.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard to figure out which side do you commit to. Like, where do you want to go? Because if you get caught on the wrong side all of a sudden, you might not win that tournament.
So 21 will be fine for a few minutes, but we'll see how he does when it comes to actually moving around. Now he's healing up. He has 2 first aids.
He did have a kind of blue.
Yeah.
He might want to run it, because, as you said, he only has 2
He's
first
doing the first 2 bandages, a lot of bandages, then first. Is that a bit of a waste?
I would use 1 first aid and then start... But I like
that's how you do
running.
But at least other team is saying, Tim, do your thing, we're running.
That's a smart play. And there's a car there as well in case they do need it. So they're gonna get to the circle just fine.
I think they're actually gonna hopefully they pick up Tim and don't only play themselves. So we have Marillion here.
Gotta leave your target. Few shots hit. I don't know why he doesn't want to shoot back though. He is kind of in the open, so find cover first and then start shooting.
So this is the last play, by the way, from the G-Drop. The squad that got eliminated by that solo performance.
We cursed them, didn't we? We did say that that they had the best logo, and we're praising them a little there. Maybe that's our fault.
So here's G-Loot16 and Johan Flöb here, who's the kill leader as of now.
With 2, that's true. The early game kills with the mini there came in handy. 17, you saw collecting some shots. G-Loot 10.
So this is actually an interesting team. Another strong team with Seathlon, one of our head admins of the play platform.
He knows what he's doing. Yeah, for sure. He knows what's up. He's a good player. Toby1 finds 1 there as well. Kills are starting to come in. There's the super duper silent VSS. Gotta reload that thing though. Doesn't have that many bullets.
So we'll see how...
So he gets a kill, even though it's alone. Now it won't matter much because, as you said, it's all about winning.
But maybe it's giving up the fact on winning and just want to...
And now it's dead.
Stop that sentence right there.
That was the last place team, though. G-Drop will go out first.
So that's tough for them. And the Alexander team, our head admin, actually one of the stronger team. They also have our CEO, Patrick. The G-Loot CEO here is competing. So we'll see how he behaves.
I had the chance to talk to him prior to game start. And I asked him, if you could make any in-game name you wanted to, what would it be? And his name would be You're Fired. And then whoever he kills would be fired.
Oh, yeah. Luckily, it's not that
but
good,
I was
though,
gonna
so,
say
yeah.
maybe they're just gonna hope on him not getting any kills, because I would hate to get fired from a job just because I got. Well, I mean, if you get killed, you're gonna get fired anyway. But yeah, Botsman. Oh, ouch! He's in the middle of 4 opponents. That's not gonna keep him.
So Los
alive.
Dolfinos, Alexander, the team I
To the max.
praised a bit with their CEO Patrick, is doing good for himself with Alexander leading way.
And who is he? Who did you say was the CEO? Wait, what's his
so I'll
name?
see if I can figure that out. That would be G-Loot 10.
G-Loot 10. Okay, so
I
we gotta look for kills on his part, because that is firing notes on employees. That's gonna be tough.
And here's a team that kills a Mustafa, our IT technician.
Oh, a lot of kills.
Taka, they get eliminated very quickly.
The car got stuck on the bridge. They're completely stuck out there too. There's a full team looking at them. This is a slaughter.
Yeah, so we'll see if we go to stand in the border. It's not old school PUBG where you basically were.
Nope, they're dead.
Oh.
They all just got slaughtered on the bridge.
2 teams catching SNTS there on the bridge, and that's what's happening in PUBG. Rotations.
Yep, that is. People all go out and think that it's a big shooting game. No, these rotations are a very big portion of it, and that's why we saw in the beginning scouting, as we call it, when you like stop maybe before, like you want to go from A to B, but you got to go to A1 and A2 and A3 before you get to B to make sure that the path is clear.
So usually what I tell lesser players is that you go from tree to tree or rock to rock and then move forward like that. Instead of saying, I'm going over there and hard committing to that. So here's the interesting team. Is a bit wrong with the logos, but that's fine because sometimes that happens. But that's actually Pug B team. But they have the wrong UI. That's why Felix is Sir Lifton. We have Hande, our Turkish esports manager, and also Anton, Twistish, and Glenn. So that's a strong team.
So that's one of your prediction teams.
Yes.
As you say that, though, they don't have any idea where they're getting shot from. There's so many teams around it. Look at the minimap in the corner. There are so many teams. As we talked about, we didn't know what side of the river it was going to go to. Now that it's gone east, all the guys that it's caught on the west side, they're going to get completely smushed together. And there's teams, as you can see, sitting on the other side just waiting for them.
Yeah, now we actually get some nade action here as well. We'll see how they...
The commitment, I like it.
So we see Anthony ditching his teammate just to survive, and that's a strategy.
That's a strategy. If you want to win, it doesn't matter if you get a couple of kills. You need to make it all the way. Yeah, they're.
Yeah, so they're all down to 1 player now. We'll see how they.
Not good.
Yeah. All down to Anton Bengtsson, who works in partnership. Has a long history in Counter-Strike.
Okay. That's not the worst player to rely on, I guess.
Yeah, so I would say that he's actually a really, really good Counter-Strike player.
And remember that just because you're dead doesn't mean that you can't, like, it's not like a black screen and you have to leave the room. You can still sit and try and give ideas. So if let's say your Counter-Strike player is alive, but your Team Tactics or Team Death Tactics or whatever it's called player is dead, he can still be useful in terms of trying to come up with ideas of where do you go, what should I do. You have like 3 more sets of eyes that can help you plan what you're going to do now.
And this team has had a lot of fun. 10 kills for
already?
They've lost Patrick, the CEO. But
he didn't get any kills either. Maybe that's good for the company.
Yeah, so exactly. So no one's getting fired today. Relax, everybody. Everybody's watching.
No one got fired. Yeah. That's good. That's good. Maybe he died on purpose. He liked the company so much that he didn't want to fire anyone.
And another scary player is actually Dennis Shikari, our content manager.
Yeah.
Huge Apex player.
That is useful because that's both first-person gaming and Battle Royale. That's like the closest you can be to being a PUBG player.
Yeah, so it was very interesting that he was like, oh, I hate PUBG, and now he's 4 kills. So he's using that that Apex aim to his advantage and just putting them in a situation with Alexander. That's
one. Oh no, he went for the flush.
Yeah.
You see, he tried to get the flush on the player rather than go for the kill, and then Toby won from the side. Just goes, oh, well, thank you. There's extra kills for me. So they sure as hell are fragging out.
Yeah, Toby won, another scary player. So we'll see how well he can behave when it comes to shooting, but he's a lot of hours in PUBG.
Yeah, that's... I feel like he might have an advantage. So we'll see. Space Fudge, you gotta run faster, friend. You are in the blue, and I don't think that any of your teammates from the CS team can get you back up on your feet.
Yeah, so we're coming down to the wire, the last stage of the tournament.
Sietlon gone down. That's
and this is
a nice angle too.
Yeah, Tobias, a person with maybe 400 or 500 hours in PUBG.
Oh, that's
plays a lot during lunch. Played a lot leading up to this.
It's his name.
Yeah,
that's why it's good. I get it.
Yeah,
that is a sneaky angle, even for like competitive.
Yeah,
that would have been a very that's just not a spot you normally look for players to be playing from. You would expect maybe they parked a car behind the fence and they would look over. No one would ever think that you were proning and looking under the fence. That is very, very smart.
Yeah, so what we have Anton here, last player in PUBG.
He made it out. He did get shot in the water, but the team that was shooting at him was the blue team that just got killed. So now I don't actually think anyone knows where he is.
Yeah, so we have a one-on-one potentially coming up here between Dennis and Anton
so far, though. You said they were going to be.
Yeah, he's a good aimer.
Let's see if it's
we'll see. So he hasn't spotted.
X-Ray can fool us sometimes. We don't know exactly what side of the tree he's playing on.
I think he's not. Maybe he spotted him now. Yeah.
And Shikari has 3 or 4 kills. Oh, 1 tap, 2 tap, 3 tap. Got a spray. There you go. 1 down.
Shikari, Alexander, the team with 10 kills eliminated.
Exactly.
So that would have been a good in a professional PUBG game.
Yeah, it would have been very good.
This is far from a professional PUBG game.
It would have been a. I think they ended at 11. So it would have been very. Oh,
here's fun as well.
Inside.
We have Twist and we have MacTwist. So 2 people with the name Twist in this tournament. And leading up to this, they said that the loser were gonna remove his nickname.
No. There's so much on the line for all these players. Oh, I like this. Look at how they've set up. One is around the first corner. They have to clear that one first. And then as soon as they've cleared that, there's going to be a next one in there waiting for them. Nice. And
this is actually Tara's team. Interesting team. Actually have no experienced PUBG player.
Oh, they've set up a great trap.
Yeah.
Smart play. And they're inside the circle, too.
So they're working as a unit.
They are. They're succeeding. They just took down 3 players.
Yeah. So setting up a little trap, making no noise, and actually have a good game plan coming in. And that's going to result.
There you go. It worked out. They only lost 1 player. If you can, when you talk competitive PUBG, whenever, no matter the situation, when there's 4 people playing against 4 people, if you can beat the other 4 players and only lose 1, that is, that's a success.
Yeah.
That is a success. No matter if they're breaching you, if you're breaching them, if you're fighting in the open, does not matter. If you take out 4 players and only lose 1 player, you don't go back and saying, "Oh, that was so bad. We should have kept all 4 alive." No, that's a good play, and they just kept 3 or 4 alive there and took out 4. That is very, very good job, especially for a team, as you said, that has very little experience.
Yeah. So we'll see. This is the only team with 4 players remaining, I think.
They have a good chance.
Yeah, so they're with 12 players allowed 4 teams. 1 team only being that Twist Anton, I think.
Yeah. I think it's gonna.
Maybe he got eliminated, but yeah.
It's going to slow down a little now, I think, just because we lost a lot of players. Like a lot of the players that tried to cross the water, and now some of the teams that are trying to push in from the north. Oh, they saw each other.
Yeah, we said CIS always win GLL, so...
That's a haircut right there. A little side. Oh, Cosmo, that's a good headshot. 3rd time's the charm.
Yeah, so this is actually another one of those, like, coming into this scariest team we have out there.
Yeah.
They have 2 brothers in Tobias, as I said, MGMT. I don't know who the other brother is, but they're brothers 2 years apart. So, and they have 1 person who's never played PUBG before, and they have 3 really good players.
Oh, okay, that's a nice combo. You get like one who can get some help from the other guy.
Yeah. So they managed to get Trid up there, so
that's good.
No loss there, but he will gonna have to play with a broken helmet.
Yeah, and Space Fudge went down way early. I also like how they're playing this. 2 people are looking towards the north, hold off, and the last one is looking behind to make sure that no one's pushing them. I think that is a very, very smart playing.
We'll see the team in the top right there with moving in. And it's gonna slow down a bit, as I said, and then we'll see now how the next circle treat the teams.
See, everyone's moving around a bit. No one wants to stay completely still. But now, from up north, Toby Wan gets himself a knock. That's Bullfika.
Bullfika.
Is that a special type of fika?
Yeah, it's cinnamon fika.
We just call it bull? Isn't that called kanelbulle?
Yeah, but you can like remove the A and have bullfika.
Okay. I never heard of that one.
Oh. That's because you're Danish.
Exactly. We call it kanelsnegl.
Yeah, kanelsnegl.
Yeah, a snail, because it looks like a snail, you know?
Yeah.
You don't say that in Sweden?
No, snäcka.
Yeah, maybe.
So that would be, let's see what that's...
cinnamon snäcka.
Snäcka.
Yeah. No? Maybe
so
not.
They're getting rest here.
I like this. Throw the smoke first and then go for the rest. Oh, there's 1 more player they could potentially get up. Cosmo is down. So they had 2 players knocked, which means 1 player right now is keeping the entire team alive. Oh no, there's 3 people in that one. Toby Wan, you're gonna hit those! No! Couldn't get them. There are 3 guys in that car, and he's not getting a single knock out of it. Toby is going to be...
Oh,
okay,
finally.
there's finally one. I was going to say he's going to be upset about that. But now here's a car coming in with very, very, very wounded people. Oh, Sandra almost getting run over. There's one more down. G-Loot won the numbers that I can't even tell. Is way out in the blue, trying to run back in. Now gets one knock, 24. Finds one, but in the end, the Jaded Esports will be eliminated. But they sure as hell put up a fight.
Yeah.
They tried. They tried very hard.
Yeah, G24 David, their UX designer, UI designer, one of those, a bit older, but still
that was a
coming through for his team.
Yeah.
They're pretty low on meds already.
Yeah, they've been shooting
with that person. Yeah,
yeah,
so
they've been fighting a lot.
Maybe they're feeding the meds to the strong players. That would be Trid and Sandra Med.
Look at the west side now, how these guys are moving further down towards the south. Toby 1 as well is looking towards the south. He just heard a lot of people shooting. He knows that people are wounded from all the fighting, so maybe he can find... Oh, and also they're only 2 alive, and they know that they're outnumbered. Oh, so that's a grenade. Run away,
and this is live, by the way, so the nades are a bit nerfed.
Ah, yes, true.
So that's good to note compared to our professional tournament later.
For sure. Toby finds one.
Yeah, let's see if CIS always wins. It does.
They're sandwiched completely. Like, they're caught in between 2 teams now. One has 3, another has 2 players on it.
And
one more down. Toby's cleaning up. 8 kills, 9 kills for Toby now.
He's having a playground now. It's only down to Trid for who's gonna have to come through for his CIS team.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. If he can back off, if he can... You can see he's sprinting up north. He's like, nope, I'm gonna get away. I'm gonna let these 2 other teams fight, and then we'll see what happens. So he's not...
And that is a great strategy.
It's a smart strategy, super smart, especially when you're outnumbered. So get the hell away from there, and hope that these other 2 teams that have more players live than you will kind of fight off, and then whenever you have to engage, that they will have lost players.
Yeah, so we have a 3v2v1. So if they end up in the 2 squad versus 3 squad fight off, and then he can third party, he can get a win.
So, can Toby do this?
Yeah.
He has 9 kills already. He's on fire, but can he win this one?
Yeah,
you think so?
I think so.
Where's your money? What's your money bet?
My money, I gotta go with Toby. I'm gonna go with Toby. I'm not gonna go with CS.
No, that's too ballsy.
We'll see. I don't know who the other plays and how well he or she is doing, but it's obviously that Toby 1 needs to open up the map with the next kill. If he can get the next kill, then I think he can go. If
they can take down Trid on the north side, that would mean, okay, we know there's no one up there now. But look at this. The mean check piece, they're sending it forward. They're playing all 4 together, but the medic, he's seen it. He's seen them. There's damage done on 2 players. Oh, nice little tapping coming in there. 11 kills for the team already. Oh, that was a knock. Oh, no, don't want to go out in the blue.
Yeah, so Toby with the full, speaking French right now, this was the team that dropped 2 players to the blue in the start.
Oh, yeah,
so they've been doing a really good job carrying.
It's been a 2-man wall.
Yeah.
That is true. Yeah, they were the ones that came from military island.
Yeah. So they've been probably going to hurt the backlist.
Oh, Trid, you want to hit those. You cannot afford missing. Oh. No, that wouldn't hit either. What? How? What is going on? What is going
Maybe this
on?
wacky Jackie
Toby 1 is like going full on. He's going full Neo from Matrix right now. And then they come from the side. He shot too much. That's what we call tunnel vision. You look at that same position, other people will catch you up. But now,
but I don't blame him after that.
I thought some of those were connecting too, but nope, not the case. 2v3, Toby and Medic, can you do it?
Yeah, we'll see if they can come through.
that's
Toby get the opening kill, 2 versus 2.
That's what goes to the flush media, 10 kills.
Oh,
there's one more down. Medic finds the other. So it's not all a Toby show. Medic is there doing a lot of damage. Now the last one's been spotted out as well. And there it is. Medic finds both the last kills.
So the French-speaking team in Ben, Huao, Thomas and Misha comes through for the win and the chicken dinner, the bragging rights. 2 of them might not have earned it, but the other 2 definitely
That's what we're talking about. It's not all about playing. When you're dead, you can still feed info. We don't know what happened in their communication on that team throughout that last fight. Maybe it was one guy saying, oh, you missed one over there. Look, go in that direction. That was the info that got them the win. But that is a good job by those guys. What was it? 11 kills?
11, 12 or 13. I lost count at 10. But a huge win for them, coming out big for their team. Everybody's smiling though. This was a unique experience in the sense that everybody's a winner.
Tobias doesn't seem to have you.
Yeah, he was second place team.
He does. So I know he's a competitive guy.
Yeah,
he wants to win it. He wants to win it. But that guy right there, that's going to be the MVP of the day.
Toma there. I don't know if he was the one dying to the blue, but I don't know if he's speaking French or so, but
maybe.
Yeah. Anyhow, a team coming out for the win.
Was there any big surprises to you throughout it? Seattle's team went down early, but they were also out of position.
Yeah.
They got caught out by the river, right?
Yeah, so they played a bit too aggressive, getting kills. So they got as many kills as Toby almost.
Oh,
but
they did,
died,
exactly.
So,
yeah, exactly. And then it doesn't matter at all because it's all about the win, right?
Yeah, so Snitches gets stitches, as you can see on the t-shirt there. Toby with the red Canids hoodie.
Oh, that's so, supporting. Yeah, I like it.
Supporting, getting that aim from the red Canids
that's
team.
what it's been. He's been part of it. Yeah, that makes sense.
Absorbing that energy via the team shirt, so...
Does this look to you like a player who feel like he didn't do a lot to contribute all the camera time he's getting right now?
Surprised, like what happened?
Oh, we have their award ceremony too?
Semi-award ceremony. We have the trophy there in the middle. It's not as cool as the Grand Slam trophy, but
it's all about winning it, you know? There's Felix. You see they're happy.
Yeah, everybody's happy, and it's a cool experience being in the broadcast.
Exactly. He's disappointed.
Yeah.
He's disappointed. They went down earlier. And there they are, the winners still. They can't even get out of their chairs. They're feeling it too much. They don't want to leave.
No.
They want to stay. They want to sit and play.
They want to keep going.
Yeah,
when do we do next game?
Who's the next? Who's next? Oh, pro players. Come on, come at it. Come on, we're ready. We're warmed up. We're warmed up. Now we're ready. Look what we can do with 2 players. Give us 4. It'll be even better. Yeah, we never know what would have happened if they had all 4 made it alive across the river.
So I'm surprised by that team who set up this compound thing where they were hiding, making noise against the team.
That was a smart play.
So I think that was a surprising play in that sense where they had a strategy, they went for it, could have worked out, but...
It did work out, right? Yeah. Because they were also the team that took the car and then sent it through the entire circle. So loving to see them trying to utilize maybe some... I don't want to call it unorthodox, but still very different. Some very different strats to what you would normally see. Because when you go late game, there's only 4 teams left alive. If someone says in a pro game, hey guys, we take a vehicle, they all look at him and go, are you insane?
Yeah.
We will die. But they actually kind of made it work.
Yeah, it almost worked.
It did, exactly.
And they were in a top 5 position, so if they could have made that rotation work, then for there they could have basically taken the win. Because they had 4 people left. Yeah. They did that car rotation and lost everybody.
Yeah, that was the main issue. I think they drove for too long. Because, I mean, at first they were, I guess, lucky that Toby missed as many of the bullets as he did because they drove right past him, right? But had they stopped back then, like before the other team got a chance to shoot as well, they could maybe jump out of the car, 4 people all together, push forward together. That would have been a chance, but didn't really work out like that.
As you said, Toby missed the shot. Something he didn't do during the remainder of the game. As he went nuts, I would say. Definitely the MVP of the tournament.
You would have to think so.
And
is there a specific
in
prize for that too?
Not this time, but we should have. With that performance, we should get it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Right? That kind of deserves an addition. When you get more kills individually than any other team had as 4, then I think you deserve some extra reward.
Yeah. So this was the G-Loot Office Championship 7. The French-speaking team won in the end, thanks to the carry of 2 players, as they lost their 2 players in the blue. So, closing words to finish off this tournament.
I mean, having casted, it was a duo, the other tournament that I casted. I believe it was the very first. It was the very first one.
The first one, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. The very first ever. Long time ago now. Having seen, because there's a lot of the players that played then that also play now, the overall level, the understanding of where to go, when to go, game mechanics, crazy improvements. Yeah. It's very, very, very impressive.
So between then and now, we've done 4 seasons of PUBG. This will be the 5th time we do a PUBG event. So people have picked up the skill, maybe seen, that looks pretty cool, I should play it at home. In the end, we actually saw some quite high-level games with smoke rotations, getting those kills. So in the end, the best players were still there. And in the end, I think the well-deserved team won.
Yeah, you had to say so.
Yeah.
There were some good fights in the end there. The mean chickpeas had a really smart pusher on the side, but Toby and Medic really stepped it up in the end there. Exactly. He got 4 of the last 5 kills, I believe.
Yeah, we talk a lot about Toby, but in the end, Medic came through.
It was a 2-man thing, for sure, 2-man thing. And Toby was kind of caught up by that rock, but that was really good.
Yeah. So, good job by all the players. Hopefully they had fun competing, and
sure they did.
we'll maybe see you at the next one. Next time we do PUBG. You've been in all the PUBG ones.
I'm becoming a household G-Loot office tournament name now. So
yeah. So with further ado, that was G-Loot Office Championship 7. And we hope you had a great time, and we'll see you on the next G-Loot Championship 8 in whatever game that might be. See you then.